Living one's life is not the easiest task. Some are born with silver spoons in their mouths and have it easier. Others are born with the short end of the stick and are left to either sink or swim. Many would consider those who rise despite their struggles as lucky. However, some have actually spent much of their time fighting to get where they are. If you're also struggling to get your life together or just looking for some inspiration, this book is for you. This book is a memoir of the author's journey from her life in Idaho to getting her PhD at Cambridge University. The author recounts how she handled every stumbling block life threw at her. Here are the top 7 lessons from the book Educated by TARA Westover. Lesson 1. Find your passion. As a young girl, Tara's father made her work at his own scrapyard. However, she dreamed of living the life of a normal kid. Because of this, she took music and dance lessons. To her dismay, she was quickly pulled out by her father due to the whorish costumes, which were knee-length sweatshirts. After this, Tara turned to theater and singing. This is where she met her friends and even developed a crush. At a young age, it's important to look for different outlets for ourselves. This may be singing, dancing, or even sports. By engaging in these activities, we find not only ourselves but also our peers. Passions are not just chanced upon, we have to actively seek for them. Lesson 2. Say no to abuse. Abuse can come from anyone and can be in any shape or form. Our family, loved ones, or even friends can be sources of abuse. In Tara's case, this was her brother. In life, we can either try to weather it out or make an active decision to leave. Although Tara's brother insisted that these were just fun games to him, we should always choose to listen to what we feel. When we receive such treatment from anyone, the first choice is to always leave. Lesson 3. Work on your dreams. In life, getting our dreams always requires action. We may have to get an extra job, study harder, or have sleepless nights just to work on something. Tara did just that. To escape her family and to finally leave the abuse behind, her solution was to get into college. So, without ever receiving formal education, Tara studied hard. We must understand that putting in the extra work will always be worth it. Sometimes the fruits of our labor aren't immediately felt, but they will come. Just keep at it. Lesson 4. Chase after knowledge. After getting into college, Tara was overwhelmed by how much she didn't know about her surroundings. Her classmates were all cultured and educated. Meanwhile, she came home from rural Idaho. Many may be dismayed or may feel like they should drop out. However, the right course of action here is to humble ourselves enough to acknowledge that we need to be educated. Knowledge is something we ought to chase and yearn after. The common phrase, knowledge is power, isn't popular for nothing. Lesson 5. Fact-check your beliefs. Many of us are raised with certain beliefs. As children, we accept these and believe that they're simple truths. But in the trajectory of life, there will come a time when we have to choose our own beliefs. And we do this by studying up, checking our resources, and looking at the persons who practice these types of beliefs. It's important to ask ourselves if they embody the type of life we want to live. Lesson 6. Persevere. The book is entitled Educated, so we'd think that it's just about sitting in a classroom and receiving knowledge. However, it's also about getting educated despite everything thrown at us. When faced with obstacles, we should all strive to persevere and stay motivated. When we feel like withdrawing from our battles and to just accept defeat, it's important to remember that life will always come around. We just have to keep putting in the work. Lesson 7. Choose your family. Not everyone is blessed enough to have good relationships with their family. Some have unaccepting mothers and fathers, and some have abusive siblings. In the journey of life, it's okay to consider our friends and peers as our family. It's also okay to choose some family members rather than others. However, this doesn't mean that we should just let our relationship dissolve. Tara also tried to reconcile with her family, only to be met with further abuse. Sometimes the people we let into our lives can make or break our journey, so we should make sure to choose our companions wisely. In conclusion, this book carries many life lessons. The author's road to becoming educated was not a smooth one. It was rocky, and there were different obstacles to clear. However, through her hardships, we learned that we must find our passion, stand our ground, fight to be educated, to keep moving forward, and to be careful of the companions we choose. This book points out that life will be hard, but what's important is how we get through it while keeping ourselves intact. How about you? How do you intend to live your life? Tell me in the comments section. Thank you for listening. If you like the book summary and you want to see more in this category, please like and subscribe so I can create more. You can also get a free copy of the entire audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.